Hey guys, what's going on? I'm ShortySX, and today I'm bringing you a rant. Yep, I'm sorry for this. It is going to be a rant, not your usual YouTube, I'm just pissed off at the world type of rant, but unless you're in the mood for hearing how Black Ops is not the best game in the world, then you may as well leave this video and, dislike or whatever you feel like doing. I don't really care. But in the chance that you are actually curious what I'm gonna be talking about, or what this gameplay might be like, or whatever reason you may have for staying at this video and not, playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure or something more positive, well, in that case, let me get right onto it. So the gameplay you're going to be watching right off the bat is 90 for 9. It is not by any means the most impressive gameplay. In fact, I would not call this impressive by any means, considering with the whole 100 and plus standard that's been going on, but anyway, I don't really care about the standards. The point is, this gameplay is actually a little different from your usual, I'm just going to sit in the corner and let my killstreaks do the work for me type of gameplay. And, well, you might already kind of get a sense for where I'm going with this commentary. But anyway, the point is, I get something like 5 VSATs and only about 2 lodestars and 2 swarms, so that should kind of sum up the game for you. As in, I get lots of VSATs, and then I just keep on rushing because I don't really feel like sitting in my corner and waiting for the lodestar. So, yeah, I actually end up getting a lot of kills with my gun, which is why it might actually not be the worst gameplay in the world, and you guys might possibly find it entertaining. I have no idea. You will let me know because I cannot read your minds after all. Okay, so what is my problem with Black Ops, or why am I making this video, or why am I in a little bit of a negative mood, especially when it comes to this game at the moment? Well, I'll tell you why. The reason is that little thing you just saw me get, which is the orbital VSAT, and it's not really the orbital VSAT. In fact, it's not even the game. Like, I would not say this is really the problem with the game, or someone, didn't really think it through, but it's exactly the same problem I had with Black Ops 1. As in, kill streaks are literally all you do. As in, if you actually, of course I'm speeding this up, because who wants to see another lodestar for, 6 minutes. But the point is, everyone seems to be going for kill streaks. As in, I'm so tired of getting into a game of domination, or hardpoint, or whatever, and having to fight over who happens to get his kill streaks this round. As in, first off, there's really, it's not hard to get kill streaks in this game at all, especially if you play the objective. You're going to see me do this a few times this round, but if you basically just jump on, let's say, a domination flag, happen to kill 2 people or so, which is not hard, and then cap the flag, that's already 600 points right there. It's incredibly easy to get kill streaks in this game. Much easier than it was in any other Call of Duty I can remember. Possibly the exception of Black Ops 1, because that was just, rinse and repeat type of stuff. But the problem here is that it's not even just, it's not a challenge to get the kill streak, it's a challenge to beat your teammates or opponents at getting the kill streak, because every single game so far, I don't know, this is probably a skill-based matchmaking or all of that playing its job or whatever, but it seems like every single game I get into, I'm either going to get a swarm, one of my teammates is going to get a swarm, or one of my opponents is going to get a swarm. And by the way, by swarm, you can just delete that and substitute any other high kill streak like VTOL or Lodestar or Dogs or Ruff or I don't know. The point is, it's really not so much anymore about who can actually play the game best or who can actually, kill the other team. It's more about, I'm going to sit in the corner, get my VSAT, and once I get my VSAT, it's kind of hard to die, or everyone seems to have a harder time to die once they get their VSAT, and it's not really a mystery why. It's a very good kill streak, and especially when you have them running all the freaking time during a game, yeah, it kind of makes it hard for the other team. And this is the funny part, because right now, one game you would actually go, you're gonna be fighting to, pull that 1 KD because you have 4 VTOLs and a swarm above you and you're trying to survive. And then the next game, you're gonna happen to get those kill streaks, and then you're gonna, completely crap on the other team, and then they're gonna be sitting in corners trying to figure out. But it doesn't even stop there. The worst part is that those people rarely play the way I do, as in after they get their VSAT, they don't keep on rushing or play in any type of a respectable way. In fact, the most common thing they do is go into an even more remote corner of the map, surround themselves by, 2 bouncing betties and 6 shock chargers, and just camp there until they get their lethal kill streaks, and once again just let that do all the work. And then it's just rinse and repeat. And like I said, it's just a challenge of who actually gets there first, whether it's me, my teammates, or whoever it might be. And it's not actually hard or anything to achieve, and that's what makes this so completely pointless. But then the worst, or perhaps the saddest part for me, is at the end of the match, when that exact same person who just, got 110 and 3, quits the lobby, And everyone's thinking, why would you quit the lobby if you just did so well? Like, wouldn't you want to stay and keep on doing it, or see if you can keep on repeating the same score over and over again? No, they quit because even they don't have faith in their own strategy, because they know someone like, let's say, me, or someone like me next game, pretty much anyone who's upset enough to remember, oh wait, there was that one camper on the other side who got all his kill streaks. Maybe we should go kill him before he gets them again. And that's exactly what they're expecting, and they don't even want to try to fight that. They don't want to get better at the game. They don't really care about getting better at the game. Like, that's one thing, like, I've always told anyone who asked. Like, my only tip for how to overall get better at the game is every time you see someone who's actually better than you, or like a player like, wow, look, this guy has awesome gun skill, or he has awesome tactics, or these guys are playing as a team really well. Like, you stay and you play against them. You try to push yourself to do even better and improve. That's how you get better, or that's at least how I've gotten better. But, you know, those guys that I was just describing with the campers that just leave at the end of the lobby, they don't even care about that. They're not trying to get better, they're just trying to improve their KD. And that's the thing with Black Ops 2. There's so many reasons to either camp or just play in an overall obnoxious way that everyone now has a reason to do it. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, okay, corner camping is not exactly new in Black Ops 2, as it's existed for quite a while. Sure, yeah, I know that. Absolutely. But the thing is, yeah, here everyone has a reason to do it. Because here, everyone seems to be on some sort of mission, and when that fails, they decide, okay, well, I'm just going to go in the corner and keep on doing it. Like, camos are a perfect example of that. And don't even get me started on the diamond camo, because, yeah, great, everyone wants diamond camos on everything. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, I agree. It's a fun challenge. It's nice to have. Like, oh wow, I've gotten all these guns. Well, it's also fun because it forces you to play with some guns you might not want to play with otherwise, and so on. But the point of the challenge is to actually do it. And when people fail at it, they decide, okay, well, since that's not working, I'm just going to put a target finder on this, go sit in the corner, prone on the ground, and just wait for people to run through my sights. Yeah, how does that make sense? Like, that's not what you should be doing. That's not fun for you. That's not fun for anyone else either. That's just being, okay, I want my camo because all my friends have it, and I'm still upset about that somehow reflecting on my skill. Nobody cares. And that's what I mean by raising the bar, is I really somehow hope that people would stop caring about what other people thought, especially when it came to these things. Like, if you want to get a camo and it's a challenge, great, do it. I'm sure it can be a lot of fun. But that doesn't mean, oh, just get it in any means necessary because it's so important to you. Or, you know, just, like, boosting for camos. Like, how does that help anything? Or getting that hacked Master Prestige or something and then going around saying, oh, look, I'm a Master Prestige. Like, who cares? First off, you know, tons of people, like, in COD, the care level has gotten so low that nobody really cares if you do anything. If you get 150 and 0, people are going to be like, oh, that's nice, great, good job. Like, unless you have something, I don't know, worthwhile to say about it, nobody really cares, actually. Like, that's the thing. If you get, like, 15 headshots, people are like, great, good job. That's the whole point. That Master Prestige that you just hacked for, nobody really gives a crap. You just got a challenge that was completely pointless. Or spend your time boosting for something that's also completely pointless. So, I'm not even going to cover that this game, or in this commentary. But my whole point is that everyone seems to be after something. And with the camos, you know, you see some guy running around with a pistol and you're thinking, oh wow, pistol, that's underpowered, I can respect that. And then, what do? They don't actually play with a pistol, they sit in the corner, like a foot away from the door, where there's no chance of them missing, and they just wait for you to pass. And that's how they get their pistol diamond camos. And you're like, whoop-de-doo, great, I'm sure you totally enjoyed that one. Like, seriously, what is the point? Try to play in a way that's fun for you. At least if it's fun for you, that's great. That's at least then it's fun for somebody. But if you're just doing something for some carrot at the end of a stick, like, oh great, I get to have a diamond camo. Great, now I have a gun that looks like Paris Hilton just vomited over it. Woo! Then maybe that's not the best idea. So let's try and move away from that. Play in a way that's normal for you. And if you don't get the bloodthirsty, oh well, too bad. Just try again. Doesn't mean go camp in a corner with you know what. Just try again. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.